Good morning to y'all, and welcome back to the Long Dark with Jill Fliggles. Picking up just about where I left off, and I spent the night in the Mountaineer's hut, and now we're off to Pleasant Valley with all the ptarmigan down for Mr. Sutherland, and we'll do maybe a trade tonight if everything goes according to plan. I'm going to leave the woodworking tools at the Pleasant Valley farmstead. I think, yeah, we'll do that. We'll have to mountain goat our way down because we're a little too hefty to walk down, but that's okay. So, it's been a bit since I've played this particular map because, playthrough because I've been, I was away at a conference for about a third of July. So yeah, the middle third of the month I was away from at a conference in Ontario, and I was sleeping in a place called Gatineau Park in Quebec. It's a nice place to sleep. It was a campsite called Taylor Lake. It was really nice. I slept fantastic there, let's be honest. Except for the one night where my tent leaked a bit and I had a downpour, but other than that, it was, it's a beautiful campground, there's no doubt about it. So yeah, if you're ever staying in the area and you have a tent, Taylor Lake Campground's really nice. It's kind of a, it's described as a semi-wilderness experience. And, yeah, it's kind of like walk-in tenting. I wouldn't quite call it a wilderness campground, but there's a tent. There's the you've got these tent sites that are spread around the lake, and they're quite nice, very private, quite secluded, and there's not much there other than really an outhouse. So yeah, if for some reason you find outhouses confusing or difficult to use, maybe the campground isn't the one for you. But yeah, it's a really nice campground, really well laid out. I'm really glad I got to stay there, and if I ever come back to that area, like the Ottawa area, I'll definitely spend a night or two at Taylor Lake because it's really nicely laid out. The only thing I'd say is that it's probably not a great idea to go there like in July or August. It was June when I went there, so it wasn't crazy busy. It was during the week when I was there. But yeah, if you on a summer weekend, you probably wouldn't even get a site there. The park as a whole gets very busy in July and August, so yeah. It was fairly quiet when I was there, so I'm glad about that. And yeah. Yeah, let's tell you a little more about my campsite. It was a campsite that I walked about 100 meters from my, no, less than that, like 50 meters from my car to the tent. It was right just behind a couple of bushes next to the lake, and surrounded by some really nice mature forest. I mean, the forest around that lake is got absolutely massively tall trees, especially compared to here, because it's well inland. There's no hurricanes to blow over really tall trees like there are here. But yeah, and the road driving there was really a fun drive. It's one lane dirt road underneath that winds around the terrain underneath the tall trees. Yeah. Not a high-speed road, but definitely very pleasant to slow drive for a car. And yeah, if you're staying at that area, the one place that I would recommend checking out is the Lusk Cave. There's a limestone cave about, that's, okay, how far is it? A few kilometers walk. And it's about 150 meters long or something like that. Quite large.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
And it's partially flooded. And the first part of it is somewhat lit, but the second part of it is completely dark. I actually ate lunch in the cave. In the really dark part. It was kind of cool. And if you're going to explore it, I've been told to bring a waterproof flashlight, and to get out of the cave, the exit, if the is basically the water is basically up, is only about a meter deep in the cave, but there's only about 30 centimeters of headroom, so you kind of have to squat down and walk through the water, or swim the last 5 meters to get out. So the water is very cold. I recommend just going and turning around at that spot. Otherwise, it's not fun to get frozen. There's actually an underground waterfall there too. The cave as a whole reminded me a lot of the caves in the game here. Like the transition caves between regions, where you've got these open sky regions. Oh dear, it's the best way down here. I know there's a way down that's somewhat safe here. Oh dear. Okay, this is gonna take a little tumble here. Actually, it's not too bad. Be careful, Astrid. Ow! Careful. How can you cling to that, Astrid? I don't know. She's wedging herself between these rocks, I guess, with her body. I've done that before.
That smarts a bit.
Ow. That was a tiny little tumble. Let's see, do we have a bandage so we can fix that up? No, we don't. Okay, we better make a bandage. Not having a bandage is bad, because like, if I get blood loss, I'm in a pickle. Let's go fix that sprained ankle. Yeah, that really reminded me of the Caves of the Long Dark. You had a bunch of passageways, you had a brook running through it.
I'll take it.
So honestly, quite a, did I bring along the jump wall? I think I did. I did, okay, cool.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Is it 5.28 looks very remove. Can we drink up a little? That'll make you a little lighter, Astrid. Anyway, so yeah. And there was also kind of the wolf trail in Gatineau Park that I went along, and it was nice, but oh, hi, wolf trail. Speaking of wolves, you must have heard me talk about the wolf trail, mister. Oh dear. Well, you know, I got lots of bullets for you. So, I'm not afraid to use a few bullets on you. Bang, bang. Oh, another one of you. Do you want to be shot as well? Gosh darn it, these wolves have a death wish, it seems. Oh my. Let's make some broth this time again. That's why I brought it along. Alright, I'm back on the road. I've got plenty of salt at my house. I'm just going to go back to the misanthropes. Anyway. In which the wolf trail kind of just goes through the wood, up a hill, through the woods, and then to an escarpment where there's a couple look-offs. So. It's a nice walk, but I kind of have a lot of trails similar to that in my local area, so it wasn't anything that outstanding, really. As a whole, I think that the Gatineau Park is more of a mountain biker's park than a hiker's park. There's tons of places to go mountain biking in the park, or even use a hybrid. I didn't have a bike when I went there, but if I go back there, I'm definitely bringing a bike because it seems like the thing to do there is mountain biking. Oh, wolf can't cross the bridge apparently. I don't think that can make. Oh, we can. Broth. We've got enough meat to make more broth. We'll make 2 sets of broth once we get back to the house. So I gotta carry all this meat. Oh dear, let me just reload my handgun here. Because no one's gonna have a handgun with no bullets in it. I have a habit of procrastinating reloading, which is not a good one. That's why you get killed. Because what's a firearm with no ammunition in it isn't very helpful in an emergency. And I went for a fairly long hike in the park, which was quite nice, but it was also not very, the trails were not anything exceptional, let's put it this way. It's the southern edge of the Canadian Shield, which is, it's hilly, but and the lakes, but the lakes in the park are not really interconnected by portages like they are in my local area. Though I did go for a paddle on, what is it, Lac La Pêche, and camp there, so it was a nice lake to paddle on. But there's no portages in the park, so you can't do what I do here, which is you paddle on a lake for, let's say, and couple like 3 kilometers, and you portage for, let's say, a couple 100 meters, and then paddle on the next lake for a kilometer or 2, and then do another portage. Like, that's basically what you got here in my area. You've got, or what I have a lot of is relatively small lakes for the most part. They're joined by lots of generally short to moderate length portages. where I'll put these woodworking tools. So I could leave them at the door. And just the mine, I suppose. I don't really want to go all the way to farmhouse, so I'm gonna just go along. I could go down Thompson's Crossing. It's a bit out of the way, but it's not too far. The weather's good for traveling, so we can. I could put them in the community center. That's probably a good spot for the woodworking tools, eh? Oh, hi. Oh dear, you're gonna smell me. Oh dear. Woof. Okay, we're gonna attempt to go this way. I know Astrid's heavy, but it is what it is. Astrid can still run, though. Oh, looks like they may have fooled the wolf. Wolves get confused by terrain kind of easily, which is kind of good for me. Or and Astrid. Like wolves do not have the all-terrain traction packages pre-installed. That Astrid does. You do bears, they can't walk on this. Basically, anything that requires jumping off, or any sort of like a ledge, like even like this. That will not work for wildlife, which is kind of handy. I'm sure most of you knew that already, because you've been watching my videos for a while, right? I'm just putting Thompson's Crossing. We'll drop the woodworking tools off at the community center. I could make some broth, I guess, there if I can find some salt. If not, I'll just make the broth in my house. It's fine. There's no ptarmigan on Coastal Highway, so I have to go up to Pleasant Valley or Mystery Lake to hunt them. Make broth. I'm getting a little sleepy here because it's a little late for me in real life. But not to worry, I'm not going to fall asleep at the switch here. Astrid wouldn't let me fall asleep. Would you, Astrid? I don't think so. I think we can make the misanthropes by tonight. As we get through the mine, I'll just throw stuff in the travois and that'll... Actually, no, I'm just going to go straight down the hill because it's much quicker. That bear is just a rock. Dangerous bear rock. Let me put this shit. You have some more cured meat. We can make tons of it at the house. So I'm not worried about eating it all up on the way. It's there to eat, right? I guess it does look a bit like a bear from a distance, eh? I've never seen a bear in this part of the river, but that doesn't mean it's not possible that a bear couldn't show up. Alright, Thompson's Crossing. I remember back in the day when this was just called Rural Crossroads. That was before Wintermute came to Pleasant Valley. Snow blending, so nice. That guardhouse has a rifle in story mode, I believe. I'd like to get all 3 rifle variants if I could. That would be nice. I know that one, Franklin's is that revolver is at the penitentiary, which we'll get that someday. But the other one's
getting kind of heavy.
And Bleak Inlet. Thompson's Crossing, there we at. Alright, I'll just... They're not search this place? What? Oh, we can cook. It's a heavy old fish. Alright. Yeah, we'll cook the fish, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna drop the woodworking tools.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
That's the sweater. I'm not gonna... I'm gonna drop this. Put that on the table. Did I search his backpack? I did. Alright, I'm just gonna go here, write down in my notes. There we go. Oh my gosh, someone's setting off fireworks outside? Come on, it's... The 4th of July and Canada Day are past, and what the heck are you folks celebrating 4th of July for anyway? It's your... The way the U.S. has been behaving towards Canada lately, it's...
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Nothing to celebrate. They've been pretty big jerks, honestly, which... It sucks to say that. Let's use this. Put some of the heavy food in here. Like the fish. Let's see what we get else in here. Like the water. Put the guns in. Alright, let's go. That should move us a little quicker. Oh yeah, much faster to drag a travois with the gear than to carry in the backpack. Not great to drag it over the pavement. I think that wears it out faster. But what's for it though? There's a wolf. Oh, can I avoid these wolves better? I think I can, as long as I keep walking, I can avoid this wolf. Oh crap! I think I frightened him, so that worked. I guess I don't know if I hit him. I don't think I did, but I must have hit. I shot from the hip, so that seems to have worked. Alright, let's keep on trucking. I would like to make the misanthropes by the end of the day and get the box filled up, ready for our trade. We can't use travois in the mine, but that's fine. I'm so glad this other one lets us stay in his house. It's just super convenient. And thirsty? That's okay. Alright, so we're gonna go up the mining road. Through the mine. And then down to our house, right? Yes, it's not too far. I've actually done this trip from, yeah, the Mountaineer's Hut back to Coastal Highway in a day. I've done that, I don't know how many times, but I've done it more than once before. Probably at least twice, 2 or 3 times before. It's longer, just it's a full day trip, but it's not. It's very doable though in a day. But this is definitely one of the more, one of the more, I don't know, really only 3 times in 6 years. I doubt that. I think I've done it many more times than that in the past. More than 3 times. Probably at least half a dozen, 7 to 8 times I've done. But I don't know if I've done it maybe only 3 or 4, like 4 times, 5 times in one shot, but I know from experience that this is from the Mountaineer's Hut to Coastal Highway. It's kind of about the limit for a day outing in the game. A little steep, but not too steep for travois, I hope. This will be near the very upper limit of what the travois can handle. I think they made it so it can handle slightly rougher terrain because people were it's too steep here. Have to move all inventory.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
We can't use the travois once we're in the mine anyway, so oh well. drink of water. And have some more cured. We can have a venison pie. That'll speed up Astrid just a little. Yeah, see? Honestly, especially for like interlopers, it is kind of useful to know roughly how long it takes to go from one place to another in the game. And what you can do in a day and what takes longer. And what's comfortable. Like this is like Pleasant Valley to like I would say the Mountaineer's Hut to Coastal Highway is kind of the
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I would say that's a good ceiling for what a comfortable day trip is in the game. You can do more in a day, but that's just kind of what I consider a nice, comfortable day outing. Like the hunting lodge to the what's the map called? I forget. But like Vacant Depot in the Far Range branch line, like that is also to me like the kind of a one-day affair. Oh, look at all this coal. I'm gonna use that as fuel at the house. We'll be slow, but that's okay. Onwards, Astrid. Coal is super useful. It's a lot of heat. It's a lot of burns for a long time, and wait. Also means I can save up the wood for trading with Sutherland.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Because Sutherland, for whatever reason, doesn't buy coal. Maybe he used the wood to fix his boat. I don't know. But... or just they... He must be using it to fix his boat. Because otherwise, why the heck would he want wood, not coal? Because if he wanted to stay warm, he could just burn coal on his boat, right? There's a lot of coal here. Holy moly. I'm gonna have a big old load to bring back to the house. But I know that like Desolation Point, you can go. There's a couple of mines there. There's the mine to get to the region, then there's also the mine, the internal mine. I've heard that on, I think by searching at two of them, you can usually get like 50 pieces of coal in it or something crazy like that. It's weird how coal is a renewable source of fuel in the game when it absolutely is not in real life. I'll start on the travois and we'll haul her down to the house. I know it's making us very, very, very slow to carry all this coal, but might as well grab it while I'm going through, because I don't come up this way that often. So might as well get the coal while I have it and just throw in the travois and take it back to the house. Right? That's my theory. I got like 20 kilos of coal on me now. Alright, Astrid. We'll put in the top one, and you won't have a problem moving around anymore. We have to stick to the roads, which is going to be a little annoying, but it's what it is. Lost and found. What's in there? Oh, wow. Fuel, guns, cedar firewood. I must have had an update. Bedroll. Ah, cool. Is that mostly lost and found? Is it for the one for Coastal Highway, or is it the one for the mine? I can't remember.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Oh, it's okay. Alright. Deploy it. And put 10 kilos of coal in there. Oh gosh. Where's this wolfie at? Where the heck are you so bothersome? Oh, you get out of here. I'm just gonna put one of those hand rifles in there, like the curators. 20 kilos. Alright. Let's go! Oh, is there coal? That's a stone. Oh, now we're moving. Bro, you coming back for more? Do another? Come on, bring it. Make it quick, you. What are you afraid of, you chicken? Did you go this way? Going downhill. Someone got stuck on a hill. We're moving at a good clip, though. I think it's super useful for moving all this junk. Oh, looks like I got a rabbit. We could just take everything.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
We're just going to go straight down to the ice. That's going to speed us up a little. I know I have to walk slow, but we're going downhill, so it's helpful. Fog's not ideal for visibility, but hey, at least it's warm and not super windy. Let's go. Where did you deploy the travois? Like, is there a key? Is there a quick key? No. I wish there was like a radial key for this. Put the handguns with the rifles on there. They're kind of heavy. And the fish. And of course all the coal. Oh, I think we're back down to the coastal highway. The main drag, I guess I would call it. Oops. It's stuck here. Fishing camp, so we're going to now head for the misanthropes. Our house, which is Sutherland's house. You get somewhere it's like flat enough to get on the ice. Pull it over the road for a little bit. We'll get onto the ice. I mean, the travois is one of these things that I feel people are either really like it or they really dislike it. Like, they think it's useless or they think it's really good. Like, I kind of like it for moving a large amount of things around. But I guess the question is, should you, if you're playing Interloper, should you prioritize making one? Well, I'd say the answer is yeah. It's kind of useful because if you're going to be quartering for hunting, it's really good because you can throw all your stuff on there. Or fishing. And I don't think smelly food on the travois contributes to your scent, so it's actually a pretty So I would say, yeah, it's a good idea to make one an interloper and to prioritize it sooner rather than later, because that way you can yeah, because that way if you can move more stuff, and which is kind of useful. And they're not really that hard to make either. Just want some maple saplings, some deer hides, some guts. They're very easy to maintain. It's just the deer hides. Now we're back down by the sea. Did I leave a tip up out and then caught a fish? I'm not gonna go break the ice now. I think now we're just gonna go and bring our stuff to the wharf, and hopefully we can talk to Sutherland and get him to come. But that won't be in this episode. That'll be the next episode. Yeah, fishing tip-ups are, some people claim, a bit overpowered because, especially for interloper, because if you set up a bunch of them, you can really get some very efficient fish production going. Your space. Gotta get it properly aligned. There we go. What does the other one want? Cured hides. Well, we've got a couple here. Here's one. 2. 12 ptarmigan down. Anything else? it down. Let's take in what he wants. Cloth? Is there anything I can rip up for cloth? I need one piece of cloth. We'll go get... Okay, we'll do that. Okay, let's go get some... Get a chunk of cloth and we'll dial up this other one then. The wall can just stay where it's at. Up at the house. And we'll go... Let's get the piece of cloth. I'm sure I can scrounge one up from the house somewhere. Yeah, I mean, it certainly gives rabbit hides much more use to have the trader, because otherwise they're kind of... not overly useful, I would say. I'll just drop some of the stuff here to cook like this. Oh, the food can stay in there, it's fine. No food here. Let's have some coho salmon, why not? I think I caught all this with a tip up, didn't I? There we go. Okay, let's go look for some cloth. Not there. Don't any cloth here. Let's see what's in there. Old pair of wolves. We can rip those up. That'll work. 20 minutes. Well, we'll rip them up then. Alright, so I'm just going to go and quickly give you your cloth, and then we'll get an Aurora out later. But we'll go finish the trade. Oh, you can't get out from here. That's kind of weird. We're gonna watch Aurora's starting. Very cool. Those are 12 watt tracks. Very nice. Not surprising that they're there. They should be there because they left. Alright, let's go pop it in. Ready trade? Perfect. So now we would just have to call them up. And then we can do this trade. I think we need to do 3 more trades after this. So I'm just going to do single item trades after this so we can actually start Sutherland's Tale, because I would really like to do that in this series. So yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Take care. And I guess I'll see you in the next one, whenever that is. I'm probably going to go move the rifles and stuff off camera. So, and just display them somewhere. Anyway, so, yeah, we'll do that. Take care. Bye-bye.